Hey guys, Britto here, welcome back to Farming Simulator 2019. Here we are back in No Man's Land for another episode after our time lapse of our mowing. It's turned into hay now, so we can actually windrow it and get it picked up, but I'm not going to do that on camera with you guys. I don't even think I'm going to do it as a time lapse, to be honest, because it was an hour of me cutting the grass. It's going to take me probably not quite as long to windrow it, but then I've got to come back and bale it as well, so it's going to take quite some time. You can see up top right hand corner I've got $164,000 now. The local council has approved us to be able to come through and use our dozer to plough the land that they want to build this little housing estate on. I think from what they said, they want to put in 6 houses at this point in time, so early stages, 6 houses and office, obviously for the worker that allows people in and out, that sort of stuff, and signs documents for the houses and whatever else it may be. It's sort of like a semi sort of retirement village sort of feel, and they want to build a windmill and a couple of greenhouses as well to give the elderly people in the area something to do. So they've told us to come through and get it all leveled out, and then they will come back and let us know if they think we could possibly get the job done for designing the layout, that sort of stuff, and working alongside other companies to be able to get the houses built, design everything. So the council, I seem pretty confident the council will allow us to do it. I don't know, but this area here, area 46, is where they want us to come through. So they want us to come through from here. I'm probably better off showing you guys like this. So they want us to come through from here. You can actually click over here again. So come through from the road here all the way back as far as we can on this sort of plot of land. Actually, because we do actually own that land, don't we? And then go all the way down to the end here, and then plough to the road and plough the road in as well here, because that's going to be part of obviously the future build. Maybe over here in this area they're going to expand quite a bit. So that is their idea. Also discussed with the local council the idea of us putting in a BGA, and I told them I wanted to do it on our area number 36, which is obviously this area here. Obviously the houses are going in on this side, so I explained to them that I wanted the BGA over here. They said that should be okay as long as we get it sort of as far away from the houses as we can here. 99% of the time the wind direction blows this way anyway, so it should blow away from the houses and they shouldn't be affected too much by our BGA smell or anything along those lines. But here you can see, look at all this hay. We have got hay absolutely everywhere. Huge amounts of hay that we need to pick up, turn into bales, and then sell. So I think what the plan is going to be, I think it's hard to get exactly where our field sort of ends. Not 100% sure. So maybe let's, from like around about here, I think if we go from there, put a little mark here, and we'll go straight out as far as we can and then around. I think that's where the field or the area sort of starts that the council wants us to take care of. So jump up in our Caterpillar dozer, our D6K of course. Might as well turn our light on. Let's check the weather quickly. Is there any rain today? No, but there is tonight at midnight, so we want to try and make sure we don't have any dramas with our hay being on the ground and having it rain and destroy our hay. That's going to be a bit of an issue. So what I want to do is start here. I want to go with start course recording, and I want to record this as a course as well, so that way potentially bring a hired worker in to get it sort of moving, get them to do a little bit of stuff as well while I can go and potentially sort out our BGA over this side. Cut down these trees which need to go as well. That's part of the contract from the council, is these trees need to go. Those rocks there, obviously I've told them there's not much we can do about that. We can't actually get rid of those rocks, so they're going to stay. It's part of the the ground formation that was here from many moons ago, I guess. Alright, how far through here can we actually go? Because I know we're going to have to cut this tree down. We're going to have to cut down any more after that. Alright, let's push through, lift our blade up. Alright, let's go, pause there, lift our blade up again, and then we'll head the other direction at 180 degrees. Right, that's us hitting that stump again. 180 degrees. Unpause, so that tree doesn't need to go. We can't actually get rid of that one. I'm pretty sure it won't allow us to, yep, get rid of it, that's fine. Let's pick this up, move this onto our land. Because we'll be able to come back through and pick this up and sell it. I've got a huge amount of trees I need to cut down from our land down the bottom there as well, so that's another thing I need to get done. Get that land cleared a bit more for potentially the possibility to continue to cut all that grass. That's going to be one thing that I think I'm going to try and keep on top of. Once a year, come through, get all that grass cut, and turn into hay or silage or whatever it may be, and dump it off into the BGA. Obviously when we get the chance to get that built. So it's going to be a huge area here that we're going to need to obviously bring our dozer through and level out. That's the reason why we've charged so much. 150 grand does seem like a lot of money. The council did say, wow, that's a lot more than we had thought, but by the time I explained to them, you know, the trees here are going to have to go. The area that we're ploughing in is huge. You know, it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of wear and tear on the dozer, probably a lot of fuel as well. And obviously my time is pretty valuable at the moment, so they need to either pay it or they can find someone else. I think it's still cheaper than the other quotes that I was told that they did get, so let's have a look at the prices. Oats aren't too bad. Oats are probably nearly worth selling again, so that's not too bad. Need to keep an eye on those pretty much every day. Yeah, so we managed to get the contract. They thought it was a bit hefty, but once they got other people come in and give them another quote, they were, you know, some of them were actually double and triple what we quoted, so pretty lucky to get the contract still, and hopefully we can do a good enough job to get some more contracts with the local council later on, just depending on what else they have that comes up, I guess. Right, so we're getting close to this road here, so I want to make sure we stop at the road. I'm going to push the road in like we normally would. Alright, so if we go to here and go pause, make sure I lift that blade, don't leave that blade on the ground. Alright, get that going. I'm going to go unpause, and then we can try to follow the contour of the road that was here before. And then everything this side is going to be completely pushed in with this dozer, which is going to take quite some time. At least I know when this dozer's doing his work and we're getting our BGA set up and that sort of stuff, we can go and get the hay windrowed and collected and stuff while he's still working away, hopefully, after we get our BGA sorted, and hopefully make some money at midnight tonight once the BGA sale goes through. But where does this road go? Does it go around to the right here, or does it go straight? Not 100% sure. I think I might push this way. Could possibly make this like a little intersection so it goes both ways, but at the moment I don't want to go past those trees on the other side because it will affect our guy that's going to come through and help us push all this in. Right, so I've got a few more trees to come through and cut down before we can move on to our BGA, but got enough money for it now, so that's going to be one less thing we need to worry about at this point in time as the BGA. got enough for our salt manufacturing facility as well, but we still haven't got the approval from the government as to where that can go. I know they've sort of penciled in the area down south near the shop, just down here, that area that I showed you guys before. They've penciled that in, given us like a pre-approval for the meat or sausage factory, whichever one we go with. So that's been penciled in for down there, and then we just have to work out where we're going to put our salt factory and reapply with them guys, let them know what we're doing, where we're going to put it, and see if that's going to get approved or not. We can't just go around throwing things all you want. We need to make sure we've got approval before we go doing that sort of thing, otherwise we're going to end up probably in a lot of trouble, and probably a huge amount of fines and that sort of thing, which we can't really afford right now, that's for sure. So you can see this is going to take forever. That's the reason why we've charged so much. Probably could have got a little bit more money out of it, but I think for us 150 is not too bad. We're going to walk away with a decent amount of money, obviously after we pay for fuel and wear and tear on this dozer, so we really can't complain. It's going to be interesting to see what they want to sort of do here. I know they want 6 houses pushed in, we'll put in, and some fences and some hedges and some trees and all that sort of stuff. They're sort of going to give us free rein as to what we want to do. We've still got to, I guess, draw it up on paper, draw in some plans, and then forward it on to them and get them to give us a final approval, I guess, and make sure that's going to be what they want. Let's go house push, capitals, house push outline, done. Let's go like this, force generation, 4 meters, can we go northwest, done. Okay, so that's going to go that way. Let's have a look. One thing I want to make sure is that I haven't tried this yet with this dozer, so hopefully they it does work well. So I really don't want him pushing on the road if we can avoid it. We should push to the end here, lift up the blade. Yep, he does. He'll go to the other end, turn around and come back. That is good to see. Alright, so let's jump in our truck, lift this up. We're going to need to go and cut down these trees and get them loaded up on the trailer, I think. Right, we'll just park here, cut this guy down. Cut it as low as we can, so hopefully we don't have any issues with the dozer. We might have to come back with a stump grinder, take care of that before the dozer gets through to there. So I think the guy we've got helping us, if he doesn't know that there's stumps there and he comes through and hits that stump, he's going to not only damage himself, but, you know, damage our dozer as well. So we want to try and avoid that if we can. Oop. Trying to grab that log, but it's giving me the trailer. There we go. Try and park somewhere where we don't have weeds all through the trailer, so we can actually see what we're doing. There, that's not too bad. So these are going to be some decent sized trees, which is going to give us a little bit of extra money as well. Probably not a massive amount, but you know, it's all going to add up. Alright, drag that forward. I'm going to cut this one as well, same sort of length. Want to make sure we sort of do what we did last time as well, I guess, like stack them on top as well, so that way we can strap them down, not have them go flying off the back of the trailer. Alright, another tree gone. Let's throw this one on. So get it next to that other big one if we can. There we go. That dozer doing his thing. Have to make sure he's doing the right thing, so we're going to have to keep an eye on him. Alright, let's try and get that into there, that'll do. This next one cut down, so they're pretty thick trees, so they should bring in a decent amount of money for us. Alright, another one cut down. Get this one thrown on as well. Try and stack this on top. Just there, that'll be nice. At least we can try and hold those other ones down. Right, get that one on top as well. No, not like that. Oh, I know where I want it to go, but I don't think it wants to go there. There we go, that'll do. I'll strap that down. That should make it so none go anywhere. That tree's fine. There's one here, there's a couple there. Another one there as well. Beautiful. I think when we come through to cut down all those trees that are near our house that we talk about, the potential area that we're going to put our house, pending council approval of course, we're going to have to get some other way of doing it. We're not going to be able to do it by hand. Well, we probably could, but it's going to take forever if we do, so we're better off probably trying to get some sort of equipment that can help us. Some forestry equipment. Might just have to lease it. Oh, that doesn't hit our oh, that did. Smashed our trailer. Lease some forestry equipment or something. Get that off. There we go. Lease some forestry equipment so we're not throwing a whole heap of money out there that we don't need to spend. We don't have to. Alright, let's try and drag this guy down. There we go. It's got a little bit of bush on the end there. Don't want that. Oh, that'll do. That'll get rid of it. I don't think we need to get those ones. No, they're fine. It's just these two over here, and I think that's it. Pretty sure that's everything. As I said, that's going to be some pretty big trees there. So. Should be maybe 5-10 grand worth of trees. Get all these delimbed. Just a little bit there. Alright, get these thrown on. Get a bit closer, that'll do. Alright, then we're going to have to go and look at obviously our BGA and well, that's sort of going to go. We need to get somewhere reasonably level. We don't have to push in the ground or anything like we have here with the BGA, so luckily we don't need to take the dozer down and do that. The area that we've looked at is reasonably level and it's not like really soft or anything underground, so or underfoot. So we should be able to just place it where we want it, and then maybe push a road into it later on. Oh, where's our dozer? Down there. Let's go and have a look and see how he's doing. Actually, no more trees that need to go. He's going to have some dramas when he hits those big rocks. Where's he going to go with that tree? Yeah, he's missed that tree. That's good. How's he going? Yeah, not too bad. Made a few mistakes there, but and he's missed a little bit in the middle there. That's a little bit weird. Let's make sure that little bit there has been missed. That is a little bit weird. We're gonna have to come back and touch that up, I think. Sort of expect more out of you, mate. Come on, get it done properly. little bit of a mistake there, a little bit missed down here. We're going to have to keep an eye on him. If he keeps missing too much, we're going to have to take over. That's like a whole nother run we're going to have to do, because he's missing a little bit. So as we said, over here is where we're going to go. We need to find somewhere reasonably flat. I did sort of scope out an area, so I want to sort of come from our farm down here, come off the road, and between these trees here, swing around to the right, and sort of have our BGA right in front of where we're sitting now. So we can have a look, see how that's going to go. Let's bring up our thing at the top there, sort of give us 50,000. We're on completely flat land. Right, so 50,000 is right there. I think that's not going to be too bad a spot. Like right there. It's right at the back of the land though, so we might want to come forward a little bit. About there, and throw that in. There we go. At least then we can sort of come in and grab this and put some fencing around it if we need to later on. There we go, there's our BGA ready to go. Just need to get some stuff thrown in there now, so hopefully we can hopefully we can throw some bales in there. So the plan was still to drive through this tree, these two trees here, which should still give us plenty of access. And then obviously we need to put in, we have a bit of a look, the BGA digestate tank, which is increases the capacity, so that might need to go in later on. We're going to need to put in some silage bunkers and stuff as well later on, so still a little bit more money to spend there, but in the long run we should make plenty of money back off it, so it's certainly going to be worthwhile. All these weeds, still got to get those weeds taken care of. We've spoken to a local weeding contractor. He said he can come through and take care of all that for us pretty easily. Hasn't given us a quote on a price or anything yet, but he said it shouldn't be too expensive, which I don't know. Too expensive, when people say that to me, really doesn't mean anything, to be honest, because they're not too expensive and mine not too expensive is probably two completely different things. Alright, can we get this in properly? There we go. Hopefully that one's going in as well, reasonably well. Maybe we should do it this way. That way it'll just throw it straight on then. Yep, that's probably a lot easier. I have no idea what our money's doing because I can't see because of the sun. No doubt you guys can't really see either. Oh, you going? You're going? He's going. These little pieces aren't really going to be worth too much, so not overly concerned about them too much. Money's going up reasonably quick, so I mean it's not going to be too bad as far as income goes. Oop, that's not what I wanted. 6 grand, so I thought between 5 and 10, so that's not too bad. $78. These pieces are not going to be worth a great deal, but still, it's all extra money in our account to bring some money back for the cost of that BGA. Whoa! Oh, make sure that doesn't land on our head. Right, make sure we get the right thing. Throw that on there as well. Get our pickup back out of the way. Try not to hit stones or anything there, the rocks. I mean, so that's not bad. If we have a look at our money here, we should be able to see 6701, so not too bad. We've got our... We should probably shut this door if we can. What is that telling me? Oh, that fill type. We've got our windrower connected to our tractor here, but we're not going to use that right now. I'm going to grab our stump grinder, because we're going to need to go and grind those stumps before the guy in our dozer has some issues with hitting those, and they need to be removed anyway before we come back through and get that land completely level like it needs to be before we start building. I would say next episode would be time-lapse building episode. So yeah, the money we've got up the top, we will need to add to that to build the houses and stuff like that, and do a little bit of design work. So I think they've given us the money to get this job done. They're going to pay for all the buildings, that sort of stuff, and they're going to give us 10 grand as well to do a little bit of extra design work. So look at that, he's missing everything. Oh Jesus, there is another one we need to do. Let's go stop driver. Get rid of that. That is really annoying. Let's go this one. Course generation, let's go 3.7 meters. And let's go drive course. You're going to miss that tree. Ooh, just realised there was another tree we missed. Oh, let's get that out of the way. Have to come back through and touch up these spots that he's missed. A little bit annoying. There's our first stump we can take care of. This is sort of what I was worried about, these little bits at the end of the field here, where he's sort of over-ploughed, I guess you call it. Now what is he doing? It's really weird. Pretty sure it says 4 meters, but that's not even close to the line that we were on before. Oh well, we'll just let him do his thing and we'll see what happens, I suppose. I think there's another stump up here, right at the edge of the field. Yep, and there's another tree that we forgot to pick up. Alright, I can't remember how many trees we had. I think like 5 or 6 down here. I need to try and find these spots. If ever you're not sure, if you hit F4 like this, it'll bring up, obviously it'll show the stumps a little bit easier, so that way you don't miss any. It's something I've always done, at least that way you can see. Otherwise, do like this, like I can see there's a stump there. That's only because I know it's there, but the next stump, oh, it's just at the top there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can only just see it. Just there. But now to find the next ones, I'm going to have no idea. I think there's another 2 or 3 down here somewhere. It's always good though, because you can always, sometimes you can see weird things that are like right in the bottom of the map, which the modders may have put there for a certain reason. See, normally they're really hard to find, these stumps. What's that? There's another 2 over here and another one just there. Okay, take care of these hopefully. Alright, so we'll keep our guy doing his thing. pushing in. Hopefully we won't have too many more issues, but some huge gaps here I'm going to have to come back and fill in that he's actually missed, so it's a little bit annoying. I think that's it for all of our stumps and that sort of stuff. So righto guys, as I said, we'll let this guy do his thing. We'll come back and get all this sort of texture change, sort of similar to the road maybe. Or then again, I think I'll have to talk to the council. I think they want it turned just straight into normal grass, and then we can come back through and put the road textures and stuff over the top when we do our build of the whole area down there. So we'll have a look at that and see what happens. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the series so far, if you want to see it continue, and if you've got any ideas, etc. If you guys are new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet guys, please do so. It's been Britto, thanks for watching, see you again soon.